Hello people of YouTube, how are you today? I have a very special guest, Kirstie! Hey. Say hello, Kirstie.
Hey, I'm Kirstie.
You've seen her on some of my other videos, like the one I did last week, and yes, she is my little weirdo. Here's the thing, we're going to be doing another makeup tutorial. I did one last year for Halloween, they kind of fucked up, and I did it super fast, super stupid, and it came out horrible. Today, it's going to be better because I've kind of learned more about YouTube. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's true. She's come a long way.
And yeah, before you ask, yes, I'm a redhead now. I'm not going to be making any more hair dye videos, I swear. So if you see me with a new color, yeah, it's a new color. So I'm not even going to do stories. You guys, you ready? We're going to do a burn this time.
And yay.
Materials needed will be black hairspray for later, liquid latex, of course, cream paints, water-activated paints. The alcohol-based paints will work too, of course. They probably work better. But I have cream paints and alcohol-based paints, petroleum jelly, some containers, coffee grounds, and cotton balls, some brushes, and vampire blood. Let's get started. Okay, first off, I'm going to be coating her eyebrows, her hairline, and some loose hairs with petroleum jelly because since we're using latex pulls on hair. So
basically, I like my hair.
Yeah, so we're gonna keep that on. Okay, so first I'm gonna go in a backwards motion through the eyebrow just so I get all the hairs, and then I'm gonna smooth it back out. And then within the hairline, doesn't that feel good, Kirstie?
That feels weird.
It's petroleum jelly. What are you talking about? Some people use this stuff as lube. You know that?
Yes.
Okay, and I'm also going to do it on your mustache.
I do not have a mustache.
There's baby hairs everywhere on your face. I have a mustache, so I'm not afraid. A little bit on the cheek, too. I'm going to take some off, though.
It's come off my lip.
Okay. Okay, now I am going to get our latex, and I'm going to start applying it where I want it to be set. So I'm going to be going from here, not touching her eye at all, to across her mouth. We're going to make it look like a half burn face, essentially. Wait, spell some. So I'm going to be going all around, even in her eyebrow. And here's the thing. I have a very, very cheap latex, so it's more ammonia based, so be very, very careful when working around the eyes because it's very, very dangerous and it'll make you cry, and it ain't fun to cry. We all know that.
It's like putting jalapeno juice in your eyeball.
Not really. It's more chemical, not food.
Still hurts.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to do this about the same areas where you see about 4 or 5 times, and then I'll be back. Okay, we are on the 4th layer. While it's still wet, I'm going to be taking some shredded up cotton that we were taking, and I'm going to lay it out on her skin in certain positions. This will give it texture and make it look like the skin is very rough, it's very jagged, like this. A lot of people like to use toilet paper, and some of them just like to pick at it. I will be doing that too, but I'm going to do that after this, a couple layers. And I am also going to be using coffee grounds. A lot of people just like to use one or the other. I like to do just, my favorite recipe is to use cotton and coffee grounds because it makes a lot of texture. It works really, really well. It's really just amazing. I love it. I love coffee. It makes it look just gross and beautiful. I may have not needed so many, but
See.
I know, but you'll see in a minute. Okay, while these are laying on her face, I'm gonna start taking more latex and layering it on her and soaking it and moving it around and such. And I'm gonna do that all over her face. Get off your phone. You're in a tutorial, God's sakes. You're my dummy. You see this girl? You see her? But I'm going to soak it all up and move it around and pick at the pieces, and I'll show you that in a second. Okay, we got all of it on, and it's still kind of wet because I put some more pieces, some more dangly pieces. Now I'm going in with a spatula that I got from like the craft store, and I'm going to start picking at it. Just picking like little holes and stuff, making it really like uneven, like making the illusion their skin is like melting in a way. Making it look...
I'm melting.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it looks like a giant booger coming out of my nose.
We're making it very uneven too. Even though we are like only doing this side, we're making sure that some parts are patchy, some parts are like more thick, because burns are not even unless you burn yourself in an even pattern. Then yeah.
Don't do that. That's kind of a bad idea.
Don't burn yourself. It's stupid.
It kind of hurts.
It does.
Especially if you're cooking bacon.
So I'm just going to be picking at it like this. And some parts will fall off, like in my opinion it does. So I just stick it on somewhere else. And then I'll pat some parts down just to keep it. And we're going to stick with this. Right here. We're going to wait for this to dry and then we'll go on to the next step. Keep it at you. Okay, now I put another layer of latex after it dried, and we're going to be putting it on it before it sets. Kirstie, it will be going down your shirt. So
coffee grounds in my boobs. Ew. This is gross.
It looks like dirt, I know, and I'm sorry, Kirstie, for this, but you gotta add it.
I'm so showering when I get home.
I love you.
Well, keep telling yourself that.
Okay. Okay, now that we have the coffee grounds on and your friend hates you,
and the coffee grounds are out of your boobs.
And we're gonna go right back. We're gonna be going back in the latex and getting it all covered with the coffee grounds all covered with the latex, because you want to set it, and it'll bring a nice color to the coffee grounds when you do this. And then when it starts to dry, I'm gonna be picking at it again, doing like little holes, making little indents within it, because then it'll really.
That was weird.
I'm sorry, that's my fault. I got it down her chest.
Well, more like down my cleavage, but yeah.
It's going to really like set it. It'll bring out some color. It'll make it look gross. Essentially, it's already looking gross. Okay, we're gonna keep it like this and wait for it to dry, and then we're gonna start painting.
It kind of looks like a burned burger or something. With a lot of really gross cheese or something. Hello, peoples.
Okay, now I'm going to be going in with some brown, this brown color right here. This one does not have a name in this box because I got it for cheap. Well, it kind of does, but just as brown. So